Go big or go home, a phrase coined in modern America. And when you step off the plane in the USA, one of the first things you'll notice is that they really have committed to going big. From the monster trucks to the sprawling homes to the mammoth food portions to the endless highways, everything is massive.
To many of us Brits, it can seem a bit too much. But to many Americans, supersizing is a way of life.
Reflecting on her book, Living Large from SUVs to Double Ds, Sarah Z Wexler examines this phenomenon by thinking back to her parents' hometown in the suburbs of Washington, D.C.
I noticed that whenever one of the houses had been bought, they had been bulldozed and a McMansion had popped up in its place. Just about every driveway in this suburban neighbourhood had an SUV, and our neighbours were members of a mega church.
But why is enormousness so glorified? And is bigger really better? Well, we have a few theories of our own.
Let's first take a look at the country's history. The United States emerged as a nation on the frontier, a vast and sprawling land with plenty of room for expansion. It was blessed, so it seemed, with bountiful resources and endowed with unending possibilities.
The settlers from the crowded continent of Europe suddenly had access to more land and resources than they had ever known. This ignited a feeling of boundless abundance and growth. Over the centuries, this outlook worked its way deep into the American psyche and continues to influence American culture in profound ways.
Then, in the 19th century, the concept of manifest destiny emerged. It asserted that Americans were divinely ordained to expand their presence across the continent. This conviction transcended beyond a mere dream or ideal, evolving into a rallying cry, a fervent national purpose.
America was an untamed wilderness, poised for conquest and cultivation, offering boundless potential. For many Americans, it was considered a divine duty to tame it and shape it into a reflection of their burgeoning national identity.
Of course, the vast American wilderness was not empty. The manifest destiny disregarded the vibrant cultures and ecosystems that had long existed in the land, often trampling them in the relentless pursuit of expansion.
Although the manifest destiny was a philosophy of the 19th century, many modern discussions about America, its role in the world, and its responsibilities continue to be shaped by some aspects of this historical context. At what cost can America continue to expand?
Next, let's look at the way Americans of the 21st century stake their claim in a land that requires no further exploration. The most obvious method is by the acquisition of larger and more numerous possessions.
Today, America's preoccupation with size is amplified by the complex web of cultural values that continue to characterize the nation.
The American dream, for example, is the belief that anyone, regardless of which social class they were born into, can secure their own personal version of success. This ideology becomes a desire for material symbols of that success.
In some cases, a bigger house, an expanded wardrobe, or a supersized meal isn't just a preference, it's a statement. A way to showcase one's status and provide a sense of security.
In some cases, it may seem like America is still expanding. Over the last 2 decades, for example, the size of the average American hamburger has grown by 23%, and soft drinks have increased in size by 52%.
However, this prevailing narrative isn't quite as simple as it first appears. Amid the vastness of America, a quiet revolution is unfolding, led by those who are deliberately choosing to downsize.
For some, scaling down a home, opting for a smaller car, or practicing minimalism isn't just a matter of mere practicality. It is a declaration that living large doesn't equate to success or security. It's the idea that happiness can look quite different.
These critics of the prevailing American desire for excess say that this appetite for more is unsustainable. They raise concerns about waste and resource consumption. More than just a passing trend, the growing affinity for downsizing represents a fundamental shift in values.
So, there you have it. For centuries, America has been supersizing every facet of life. But it's only in recent years that it's been able to acknowledge its insatiable appetite for more. We'd love to know what you think about all this. Leave your thoughts for us to read in the comments section below.
Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give us a big thumbs up and hit subscribe to follow us on YouTube.